weight fell off me. You'd be surprised when you're the sort of person who, has takeout pizza, once a week. And when you're eating other kinds of lazy food. I love fast food, but God, it's so lazy, and there's so many empty calories in it. And just getting out into the real world, there is an element of exercise involved in it. There always has to be. It's about walking places and getting out into the real world, and not just sitting on your arse every time you're in work all day every day. There has to be a bit of that in it too.
What do you think should be an average amount of walking time per day for anyone that wants to try and keep to that mentality? If they are basically eating calories, how long do you think they should fit in for at least activity of walking on and just getting meals together?
Oh, I think it depends on who you are. I think if you have the luxury of being able to go out and go for a walk for an hour a day, do it. If you're the sort of person who's stuck to a desk and you've only got 45 minutes at lunch, try and do something there, or try and do some in the evening. The evenings are getting longer. That helps. It's bright till 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night. The weather gets better. It's about being physically active. We're not designed, I think, as a species to sit all day, every day. The human race just isn't. It's not where we came from. And sitting down in front of computers is not great for the old health in general.
Have you any detox secrets?
Not secrets, because none of them are. They're all, it's all blindingly obvious stuff that makes complete sense, which is be aware of the amount of calories you're putting into your body. That's a great starting point. If you think that, look up the calories for, the average Chinese meal that you might eat, and then figure out what the average calorie intake is supposed to be for a man or woman of your age, height and weight, and then realize where you're going with that. And it's about eating, I think, small portions, and often that's always worked for me. Rather than eating 3 great big hefty meals a day, I end up eating smaller stuff in kind of little doses. The amount of times I go out to places, and if you're going into a restaurant or if you're eating somewhere, and the amount of food that's placed in front of you is almost too much for one single human being to eat, don't feel compelled to eat all of that. And don't go to America. Going to America is the worst thing you can do, because the portions in America are 3 times the size they are here. I think some people are perfectly happy, putting on tons of weight, but there will come a point where your health will start to deteriorate, and where you will start to notice it. And even if it's not your mental health that will deteriorate, your physical health will over time. And the older we get, I'm at a stage where I turn 46 this year. Once you get beyond 40, it gets much harder.
Buddy.
Again, that's something now I didn't know. I mean, I think if you're savvy about these things, and if weight loss is your intention, you will speed up the process for yourself just by doing, little bits of research like this, which I got into at a later stage then, but I dieted solidly for a month, and then I started going to the gym, and that's when the results really started to...
The force results will start showing.
Yes,
actually,
exactly. Yeah. But, I should say, I mean, I think, shocking the body is a good way into weight loss. I mean, you mentioned, your own theory there that works. I'd be interested to see how you get on at the end of that. So
I think you should keep updating. You never know. I might just put up, start doing a now vlog or something in a podcast.
It is something very good now to do for a vlog or a podcast. Now, I can see a lot of people been interested